Alright, so I finally bought the Viture Pro XR glasses with my own money. This is not sponsored, no one sent me these. Today, I want to give you a real handheld gaming review for the Pro XR glasses and explain why these actually might be one of the best accessories you can buy for your handheld. Whether it's a birthday present or a Christmas present, treat yourself. I've been testing these with the MSI Claw A8 AI and the Claw A8. My phone, my laptop, and pretty much everything I own. They've been plug and play on nearly every device and it works easily. So if you own a Legion Go 2 or a original Legion Go or a Ally X or even the Xbox Ally X or anything with a USB-C display port, you're good to go. In this video, I'll show you what's good, what's annoying, what's overhyped, and whether these are actually worth buying, and whether you're traveling or if you like playing on your couch or lying down in the bed like I do. Let's go into it. Before we talk about the glasses themselves, I want to explain why I chose the Viture Pro XR 1080p model and not the newer 1200p model or the upcoming beast. First, I got this pair for half price, which already made the decision a lot easier. But honestly, even at full price, I still would have picked this model for a couple of reasons. So number one, brightness hasn't changed across the lineup. So the Pro XR has around 1000 nits. By the way, I don't know where they get these numbers from. The Luma Pro, and the Luma Ultra has around 1000 to 150 nits in real world use. And honestly, even at 1000 nits, I found it too bright. So I had to tone it down. So just to give you an indication, when I was in bed and I switched on first time, it's quite blinding, yeah. So just word of warning for yourself. Number two, the Luma models do increase the field of vision from 46 degrees to 50 or 52 degrees. While that sounds good on paper, the number one complaint I'm hearing is around clipping around the edges. Now, the issue you have with that is on handheld gaming or any gaming, most of your HUD or your maps or the quest detail lives around the edges, and that's quite annoying, yeah. Number three, the entire Luma lineup uses a plastic kind of frame, and loads of users have already reported cracking or issues with their plastic frame. The Pro XR, which I have in hand, uses a magnesium alloy metal frame, so it feels solid, it feels premium, and you drop your glasses from time to time. You want it to last, yeah. Now, to be fair, the Virtue Beast does look incredible, and you can pre-order it now, but the shipping I've seen has been pushed to December or January next year. It goes back to the metal, which I adore. It fixes the clipping. Apparently, that's been rumored, and it has a tons of extra additional features. But it is going to be expensive, and realistically, it's not going to be that much useful in terms of handheld gaming. Yeah, but if you do want XR for productivity, for work windows, and for gaming, the Beast might be the future. So here's why I stuck with the 1080p Virtual Pro. Again, the full metal body, no cracking issues, no clipped edges. Brightness is perfect. It's a much cheaper entry point if you want to have a go. And most importantly, I don't need an additional prescription insert or a lens. So I wear glasses, and with the adjustable frame or adjustable lenses, I can get it to be really clear on for myself. For handheld gaming, I think this is the safest option if you want to have a try. So let's talk about comfort wise and wearing these. So they're lightweight and they're balanced. And after a few minutes, you kind of forget why you're wearing them. Now, obviously, this is subjective. So I wear glasses, and having something on my face for a long time doesn't bother me. But if you don't wear glasses or you don't wear sunglasses, or having something in your face might feel a bit intrusive until you get used to it. Now, what does it feel like? So Virtue have claiming, 140-inch display or whatever, they claim. But it's weird. It's all about perception. So if you physically feel the glasses on your face, then it looks like just imagine having your handheld device and it's like 15, 20 centimeters in front of you. And that's what it kind of looks like if you're conscious of the glasses. But when you're lying in bed and it's in a complete dark room or on your sofa in a complete dark room or semi-dark room, then it does actually feel like you got a massive OLED TV in front of you. So it's hard to describe and hard to even show on on YouTube, but it's a perception thing and it's one you have to try out. Now, one thing worth mentioning is that these glasses do get a bit warm over time. Now, that's because there's no battery inside. So I talked about it being light, and that's one of the advantages. So the power comes ultimately from your handheld device or whatever you connect it up to. Now, it's not uncomfortable, but you will notice it after 30 to 40 minutes of watch time or play time, and it's worth just mentioning to you. We will talk about battery impact later on in the video. Now, let's talk about the main thing, the screen or the OLED, because these are the main reasons you want to buy these. The micro OLED displays look stunning. The blacks are true blacks. There's a massive contrast range in terms of better contrast versus your IPSS screen. The pixel level lighting is good, and that points to the zero ghosting. So we'll talk a bit about that and the deeper colors. Yeah, compared to your normal handheld screens, it's not even close. So it's definitely a level above, and the 1080p resolution is a good entry point. Yeah, I wish it had 1200p, but that's obviously if you want the Luma model, you can get that, and the Beast probably definitely the way to go. Now, let's talk about something that's really important and not really talked about much. It's what I call the sweet spot. Um, and what I mean by that is that once you wear the glasses and you got the dials focused in, and the fit feels good, everything looks clear and it's razor sharp and it looks beautiful, and you can start being immersed in the gameplay. Now, not so much a problem when you're on a train or you sat down on your sofa, but I noticed that when I was on lying down on my pillow and I accidentally like scratched my head or moved about on my pillow, it might just nudge the glasses off that perfect spot, and it's annoying, yeah. So then you're just messing around to get that perfect spot. So it's something to be aware of. Now, back to the OLED screen. I did want to talk about some of the testing that I've done. So let's take a look at using the UFO test to check out the ghosting. And this is one of the benefits that you get on an OLED screen. So with the refresh rate, you can see on the A8 or the 8i that with this panel, there's ghosting effects. Now, if we move to the Viture XR Pro glasses, it looks sharp. Yeah, everything stays sharp, and that's the benefit of OLED. So when you're playing games like Hollow Knight or Silk Song, it's gonna look crisp and clear. Now, one thing that you can do with these devices, Windows devices, you can install two apps. So there's the Workspace app, which I'm not going to cover in this video, but the one thing I will cover is this Immersion 3D app. So you can install this, and it's something you definitely need to try out. So it's an app, and Viture recommends that you need a 4070 dedicated GPU for the best results. But honestly, if you install the app, you run it in performance mode, and if you have access to something like cloud gaming, it's a little bit of something extra fun to try out, and it is um, something different. And let me know in the comments if you have tried it out and what you think about it. It's worth mentioning that I have Bazzite installed on my A8, and it works, like I say, plug and play. I have seen some additional third-party XR apps available, but honestly, you don't need them. But they look cool, yeah, and there are some trial previous. Try them out. Now, battery impact. So in my tests, we'll run Silksong, and you can see Silksong on standby is using not so much battery. And then once you do plug in these glasses, you can see that they're using additional battery wattage to actually power the device. In immersion mode, you'll see the total watts go up to 25-30 watts because it's really much pushing the GPU. So battery life is affected, especially when you connect the glasses, but not so much that you're gonna be running out of game time. Audio. So these come with built-in speakers, and I think they're okay. Yeah, they're not amazing, they're not terrible, but they're quite useful because when you're lying down in bed next to your wife, or you're in a train and lots of people around you, you can put the volume high or low enough that you can hear it clearly, and no one else is bothered by yourself. Yeah. So let's summarize the pros and cons. So in terms of the number one pro, it is a beautiful OLED image. Yeah, so you get the true blacks, the zero ghosting that we talked about. Obviously, this glass has a premium metal build. It supports 120 hertz. It's plug and play. I think it works with nearly all handhelds, and I think Viture themselves have said they've tested it out with all the mainstream handhelds. Immersion 3D is fun if you want to try it, and I feel like it's perfect for your bed, sofa, or traveling. Yeah. Now the cons, I mentioned the sensitive sweet spot. So once you get that sweet spot and you dialed it in, you want to make sure that you stay there. Yeah. Look, also the frames do warm up because after a bit of use. Now, like I said, I don't think it's distracting, but it's something to be mindful of. Yeah. So if you're sensitive to that kind of thing. This is only a 1080p model. Viture has 1200p if you're interested in that, but I think 1080p for on the go or for immersion gaming, I think it's good enough. The key thing, it's not true HDR, so it's still 8-bit gamut. So color, while it's vastly improved from what you see in terms of on your display, it's not the full on HDR capability that you get on a normal screen. And I think they're working towards that, but it's just worth noting. Also, in the version I've got, I don't need lens inserts. However, if you have astigmatism, or if you have a stronger prescriptions, you might still need to buy lenses. So that it's an additional cost that you need to consider. Yeah. And there are extra apps for productivity work that you need to install separately, and the Immersion 3D is a separate app. So while less plug and play, I don't think it's impactful on handheld gaming, but just know that they're extra apps that you need to install, use, and they have their own quirks. So after using these daily, I genuinely think the Viture Pro XR is the best entry point for handheld gaming in terms of best balance of image quality, build quality, reliability, and the price, especially if you can get a used pair. The new Luma models look good on paper, but the clipping issues, the plastic frames, and the fact that it costs nearly double the price of what I got currently completely puts me off for now. The Beast does look incredible, and it's something probably I will treat myself as a birthday present maybe next year once it's launched and the early issues are fixed, because I really do want a 1200p XR resolution if I can get that. And at the same time, I'll probably be looking around to see if anything does launch with proper HDR OLED support. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm Hero from Pocket Pixel Tech. If this helped you out, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you want to compare these against any other glasses that you tried out. And also, see you next time, Pixel by Pixel.